Hey guys, it's Marco Gaming 64, and today I have another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. So, today's Christmas. It's actually really cool. I'm actually recording this on Christmas as well, so I'm not recording this a little bit earlier or anything. So, I decided to bring a kind of a Christmassy theme. I brought a mono water ice team, so it's kind of a wintry Christmas feel. I hope you guys are having a great Christmas so far. I had an amazing Christmas Eve, so I hope you guys have a great day as well. But basically, looking at team preview, he has more of a sand-based team. Stoutland's a little bit not used at all, but basically this team is more oriented towards sand, so I need to be careful a little bit. If he gets a sand up, I cancel it as Stoutland or as Excadrill coming for free, because then they could destroy a huge part of my team, as I don't have many switch-ins. But that's pretty much it. I don't want to waste too much time on team preview, so yeah, I have a Delibird as well. You guys saw that? Pretty sick. You guys will see how much work he does in the battle himself. It's nothing at all, whatever. Yeah, let's get right into the battle. So I'm going to end up leading off with my Obama Snow, as it threatens a huge part of his team basically, and if he leads off with his Tyranitar, I get the Snow up because I will Mega Evolve afterwards. But he's going to end up leading off with his Ferrothorn. Now here, I have nothing to switch in, so I'm just going to stay in and go for the Blizzard. And here, I don't even know what happened here. This is probably the most questionable part of the battle. I get a critical hit and it kills him. But that's not the questionable part. Yes, it is unfortunate, but I should never be able to OHKO a Ferrothorn, so I'm not really sure about what happened with that. But basically, I get out his Ferrothorn. It may have been a more offensive build or something. I'm not sure, but we are going to be able to knock it out. Here, he gets a Revenge Crit. That really didn't matter much, but I'm going to get some chip damage with the hail on him, so Eruption won't be doing as much in the future, but not really by much at all. But he's going to hard switch out, knowing I basically brought in my Suicune to hard wall his Typhlosion, as I don't have much for it. Looking at the damage, it was probably Scarfed, so I'm just going to go for the safe Scald. I get a burn on this Tyranitar. Now I'm going to take full advantage of this, but just in case he is offensive, I am going to pull the safe play and go for the, after turn effect, I'm going to go for the rest. So, yummy delicious. Just in case he was offensive, I didn't want to risk him potentially getting a crit or something, so I'm just going to go for the rest. I really shouldn't have, but it didn't really end up mattering, because I want to keep my Suicune healthy so I could potentially switch in on his Typhlosion later in the match, because I know he's probably not going to stay in here as he is burned. So he goes out into the monster, and you guys are about to see what this thing. It does a hell of a lot basically. So I get the Sleep Talk Calm Mind. I would have loved to get a Scald off, but didn't really. It's not my choice. Sleep Talk, but he's gonna go for the return here. Now he probably went for the return because most of them run Wild Charge, but he probably went for the return just in case I switched out to Mamo or something. It's a safe play, but I'm going to get up another Calm Mind, unfortunately. I just want to get off his Skull to get damage on this monster, but it's not what's going to end up happening. My Suicune is just going to, still be bulky out here. He can't KO me with another one, though, so he's going to end up sacking off his Tyranitar. But I'm going to go for the rest, because I want to get more HP back, and if he stayed in, I didn't want to basically just let my Suicune get to the point where he could get KO'd, so by another mod. So I need this thing to kind of check his Typhlosion out in a way, or so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go for this Sleep Talk Scald here. I didn't want that because he can't touch me, so if I could have got a Sleep Talk Calm Mind and then Sleep Talk Scald, that would have been amazing, because then I basically would have been able to wake up immediately after, because now I have to take one additional sleep turn. So he's going to go for the Wild Charge here just because he wants to get more damage off. Obviously, looking at the damage, he's probably Adamant Band or something, because that's doing a lot. I'm fully defensive, max, so I'm not sure about that. But me thinking this during the battle, it basically gives me a free switch out into my Mamoswine. I could have risked the roll here, but I didn't have a reason to, as this thing can't technically check his Typhlosion at the range. I could take an Eruption or whatever, so he's going to go for another Wild Charge safe play, but I'm going to do a bad play here. It's not game changing, but I go for the Earthquake. I knew he had an Excadrill, and I know they run Air Balloons sometimes, but I usually see them on Mold Breaker XP drills, which is the more common one, and because he had a Tyranitar, I was assuming it's Sand Rush, so it's not... Here I make a bad play as well. I thought I had Intimidate on this Gyarados, but for some reason I had Moxie, and in my opinion Moxie is fairly bad on Gyarados compared to Intimidate, but if he went for the Rock Slide it could have been really bad for me, because then he would have been able to 2-hit KO me if he was Life Orb, but somehow I'm also faster. I think this is actually a bad Gyarados. I think it's Jolly or something, and it's Moxie, so I need to get a new one, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go into my Mamoswine, thinking I could take one, but Stoutland's just straight up OHKOs my Mamoswine. Thing's a monster, but here I have no other switch-ins, so I have... Basically, he could KO the rest of my team, so I have to sack my Starmie just to get off rocks off the field, because he could KO everything else from the Ranger. I'm running an Ace team. I want to get off the rocks off the field. Basically, looking at return damage, I would have been able to live after rocks damage, but basically, it's much nicer to be safer than sorry, because I have a Delibird, and just wanted to get off the spin. It may have been a bad play, but it ended up working out in the end. But here he's going to go for the HP Grass, and I knew this was HP Grass because it's running a Sand team. Wouldn't be running HP Electric because, you know, Sand team, Rock stuff, you know, kind of deals with flying types and stuff, so he has no reason to be running HP Electric, so I know it's HP Grass by this point, so I'm gonna go into Delibird, meaning knowing that he can't touch me because he's locked in, so I'm gonna leave him a nice present here. I'm gonna go for the Choice Banded Aerial Ace, and that does a hell of a lot, but because I am Jolly over Adamant, it's actually gonna mean I can't knock him out. So he's gonna knock out my Delibird. Delibird barely misses out on a kill, unfortunately, but it's a Delibird, what do you expect? So I'm gonna go out into Bombus now. So I'm just gonna go for the safe Earthquake, because if I don't go for the Earthquake, he basically, if he goes out into his Typhlosion, I basically just straight up lose. So my best play is the Earthquake here. He's just gonna go for the Hydro Pump. His best play was to go out with Typhlosion there, just in case I did make a misplay and go for the Blizzard or something, but here I'm just gonna go for the Ice Shard to weaken his Eruption. But I could have gone for Earthquake, predicting his hidden power, but it doesn't really matter. I know Ice Shard won't take him out into Blaze range, so I felt like it was my best play even if he did go for the hidden power. Now, because of what I thought earlier, he could have stayed on my Delibird when I brought it in, so it's pretty much confirmed it's not HP Electric, so I'm just gonna go for my only play, which is Gyarados, because I have nothing else. Take up the HP Grass basically and go for the safe Waterfall and knock him out. I had no reason to go for anything else. He could have gone for the tackle, but or splash even, but it's gonna be the game. Hope you guys have a great Christmas. Just wanted to try with Delibird. Didn't really work, but what do you expect? It's a Delibird. So yeah. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.